Hello everyone, what's up? Happy Halloween! Hope you guys have a good one. Hope if you are actually able to get candy, hope you get a lot of candy. Halloween's always a fun time. I'm not dressing up this year. I don't know, just like me and my roommates don't really have anywhere to go. Like, Williston's a small town. I'm sure there are parties and stuff, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem worth it. But the other day, like yesterday, I thought I saw people in my Facebook feed like already trick or treating, and that was weird because it was only October 30th. Like, what's up with that? What happened to tradition? I'm not even a traditionalist, but what happened to tradition? You can't go trick or treating on the 30th. I mean, people say, "Well, we don't have time, man." But okay, well then, what happens when you don't have time on the 30th? You're gonna start going on the 29th and 28th? Doesn't make any sense. It's already bad enough that stores get Halloween candy in like September, and they get Christmas stuff in like October. Can we all just celebrate the holiday when it's supposed to be celebrated? Is that so hard? Okay, slash rant. Anyway, yes, it is Halloween. Hope it's filled with good scares and good goodies. And tomorrow is November 1st, and that means it has begun. My year of video games, finally. I'm excited and nervous. Nervous because I don't know if I'll have enough time. I think some of these games are going to take more than 30 hours a week to beat. And I have to put in 4 hours a day to meet, those 30-hour weeks. I mean that's definitely doable. And then on the weekends, on my days off, I can put in more than 4 hours. Because I would probably be doing that anyway. I play a lot of games, and I usually spend a lot of my free time playing games. But whenever you do something that much, and we feel like you have to do it, like you have to get it done in a week, or you have to get it done by this date, then of course, it feels like a second job. But I've been through that. I mean, every project I've done, the movies, the books, the music, eventually it does get to the point where it feels like a second job, and you just kind of want to quit. You got to soldier through that. But anyway, it's coming up tomorrow. It's going to be good. I am starting with Jade Empire, the game made by BioWare. I forget the actual date, but it's way, way, way back in the day. Very old game. But ever since I found out about it, I've always wanted to play it. It was kind of the precursor. I would say kind of like the precursor to Mass Effect, because it's basically it's like their games like Mass Effect or Knights of the Old Republic, where you go around and you make moral decisions, right? You have like a good and a bad. But it's based on martial arts. Like the whole game is based on Eastern Asian things, Chinese stuff, martial arts. You're a fighter. You're a martial artist. And I love martial arts, so that's really cool. And they make pretty good games. So I've always wanted to try this one. So I'm going to do it. I got the special edition on Steam. We'll see what happens. As far as the streaming part of my project, I am going to try and stream whenever I can, which should be pretty much whenever I'm able to play. I've got my Twitch set up. I've got a Hauppauge, I think that's how you say it, a Hauppauge device for capturing and streaming PS3 or console games. So I'm using that for whenever I have to play a PS3 game. I've got my Twitch set up and OBS software for PC games. The only thing I probably won't be able to stream are the 2DS games. So I just probably won't be able to stream those probably. But anyway, I should be able to stream whenever I play. And the streaming times, of course, will vary because of my job. I have an evening job, 2 to 11. And also my days off, which are usually Monday, Tuesday, and sometimes Wednesday. I substitute teach, and that's like a last-minute thing. So if they call me that morning, so I got to go to bed early the night before. If they call me that morning, then I got to go. If not, then I'll have more time to stream. But on those nights, it'll probably be in the evening, like after I get back from school. So the streaming times are going to vary. What I'm going to shoot for is mostly probably the morning time. Because I get off at 11, I figure if I have to get called in on the school days, like I can't, if I stay up to like 3 and they call me at 6 or 7, there's no way I'm going to want to sub. So I need to get sleep. So what I'm going to do, start doing is I'm going to get home, get ready, wash up, go to bed at midnight. That way if they call me at 7, I'll be fresh and ready. So I'm going to start going to bed at midnight and getting up around 8 when I don't have to do the school thing. Getting up around 8, 8:30, and then start streaming at 9. From 9 to 1, I'm going to shoot for 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Time. So those are the most likely times. But speaking of my jobs, I'm also thinking about changing that up. Walmart is not going as well as I thought. Basically, it's just a bunch of BS, and we're always understaffed back there, and they still haven't trained me on a lot of things, or they train you once, and then they either expect you to remember it, or they don't ever train you again because they don't have time. So, like me and a bunch of the people back there, we're kind of sick of the way they treat the back room. They basically don't respect us, or they don't respect the back room. They don't respect what happens back there. It's just for them, management and stuff. It's just binary. Like, are the trucks done, or are they not? They don't care. Like, any policies they make, like they made these decisions where like we're supposed to take freight out for the stockers, so it's easier for them. They just make our job harder. I mean, at least some of them are logical about it. They tell the stockers to come back and get the stuff, which makes a lot more sense. That way we don't have to interrupt what we're doing. But it's like everything it seems like every decision they make is to make the front end easier, to make the stockers' lives easier. They don't care about our lives or our jobs. And it's like, like, do we have to clothe and feed the stockers as well? Because they sound like giant fucking babies. That's what they sound like to me. So there's stuff like that. They don't adapt. Like whenever they have some of us going out and stocking, but whenever there's like lots to do on the truck or whatever, they don't bring us back. So like last night was the worst. We had 3 trucks and it didn't get done until 11. The shit's supposed to be done at like 7 or 8 at the latest. They didn't get done until 11 because, I don't know, a combination of many things. Just one of them is understaffed. Like I was talking to Pilgrim, the old guy that's been there for a while, and he said, they used to have on the line, the rail, the freight comes down, they used to have like maybe 4 or 5 people on each side. But now they're trying to do this policy, I guess it's corporate policy or whatever, we're only supposed to do 3 people on each side. So that means one person has to cover like 3 or 4 areas, which would be okay if you didn't get slammed, right? Like if you're doing toys and like sporting goods and you get a bunch of toys and sporting goods, then, your other, whatever else you're doing, like chemical stuff, like you just physically can't be in 2 places at the same time. It's impossible. So they make stupid decisions like that. Training is a joke. They don't train us. Like I'm still trying to get trained on the electric pallet jack and the walkie stacker. And there's even one of the supervisors. Like there's one supervisor who can use it, but she actually isn't licensed to use it. Like she hasn't taken the final test or whatever. So she technically can't use it, but she does anyway. And the other supervisor, he's a joke of a supervisor. He doesn't know how to do anything. He doesn't even know how to do shit back there. So training's a joke. And I just don't see it. I don't see moving up there because they're always understaffed, and they're not gonna, if they're already understaffed, they're not gonna let me transfer to another department because they basically said as much. It's like, well, until your area is fully staffed. Because I was like, I want to get out on the floor and try, work up to be like a department manager, assistant manager, or something. Like I don't want to be in the back room anymore. And they said, well, we'll see, but they probably won't let you transfer until, like Josh, the store manager, said nobody can transfer until our backroom team is full. And that's probably not going to happen. There's a reason everybody wants to transfer. Some of them got out because their availability times didn't match up. One guy, James, he went to produce. They had to bring him back to work in the back room because they're so understaffed. So basically, I'm thinking about lessening my hours there, just working on the weekends, and then trying to sub full-time. I talked to the sub, the lady who's in charge of the subbing in the district, and I was like, all right, like, if I were to go full-time sub, be available Monday through Friday, what do you think, how often do you think I could work? And she's like, well, the way things are going, you probably work every day or close to every day. And that's pretty good because subbing is easy and the pay is pretty similar to Walmart, but the hours needed to do it are way easier. Because for one, obviously it's not physical work. Two, for schools, a full day for them is 7.5 hours. So if you stay 7.5 hours, you sub the whole day, you get $140. 3.5 or whatever, 3.2 hours is like $70. So you can make pretty good money with pretty good. I won't say with no effort, because it is tough teaching kids sometimes, but it's pretty good pay for compared to Walmart. We're pretty minimal effort. So I think I'm gonna try and do that actually. I think I'm gonna work at Walmart on the weekends and try to sub full time. If I do that, then I'll stream at night, because then I'll have like a normal 9 to 5 job or whatever. But the only thing I'm worried about is driving early in the morning in the winter. People are telling me the winters here are pretty bad. I guess they don't salt the roads around here really well, so it just gets compacted. The snow gets compacted and refreezes. It's very dangerous. Although other people I've talked to, I've talked to people who've said that, and I've talked to other people who say, well, it's not too different from Iowa, because they know I'm from Iowa. So we'll see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And getting my website up and running. I'm about to put the finishing touches on that and launch it. If you're watching this right now, it should be up. It's nothing special. It's just gonna be a place to hold all my reviews that I've done over the years. Honestly, I should have already done this. Posting my projects on Facebook is only my friends get to see it. I should have been at least trying to put it out there into the Ethernet, the internets. So I'm gonna make a website. Like I said, nothing special. Just a blog basically housing all my reviews. And anything maybe I'll probably post some blogs, some random thoughts, maybe even like some videos if I find a video that's funny, or if I even make a video myself. These videos are going to stay on my personal page still. I don't think I want to mix the two. We'll see about that though. So yeah, so my website should be up and running. It's very minimal. It doesn't have any crazy graphics on it yet. Just for the infos. If you want to check out all the reviews for my movie project, or my music project, or my book project, and when I get reviews for the video game project, of course, they will also go up there. That is going to be at www.elboboray.com. Yes, my nickname. I secured that. So go to elboboray.com, check it out. It's elboborey.com. What else? That's pretty much the major things going on. Looking to get a job change and starting my video game project. Hopefully that'll keep me busy, and I won't feel the need to go out and eat out and stuff. I can just stay home, play, save money. I guess the Overwatch beta dropped a couple days ago. I didn't get into it. Blizzard, shame on you. But yeah, I haven't played any Blizzard games in a while. Actually, I stopped playing Hearthstone because I was busy with everything else. I was catching up on my One Piece and finishing Metal Gear Solid 5, which was a good game. But man, it ended very strangely, and I don't know. It was weird. I talked about it a little bit in my last video, but the way it ended is I don't know if they're going to bring out DLC or if there's actually going to be a Metal Gear Solid 6, because he's never left it hanging so much like that. Like, each Metal Gear game is still pretty self-contained, and he wraps it up very well. But this one is just there's just crazy like plot threads, like just dangling. You got to wrap that shit up, Kojima. All right, so I'll let you guys get back to whatever you're doing. Don't want to take up all of your time. So look for, go to my website, check that stuff out. Of course, I will also, whenever I stream, or, whenever I'm going to start the gaming for the day and streaming, I'll hit you guys up on Twitter. Even, I don't really use Twitter. I'll start using that for the project. I'll announce it on Twitter, on Facebook, maybe even on the website. Just in case, I'm not trying to become like a huge streamer or anything, but for those that for my friends that want to hang out with me and watch me stream, watch me play games like they used to, Kyle Huff, you guys have that option. So let's see. Actually, what is my next? I'll give you the games for the month here. Let me see if I can get this. Jade Empires first, followed by Mirror's Edge, a game I've always wanted to play. Fallout, the first Fallout, and Super Metroid. So that's gonna be the month of November. Jade Empire, Mirror's Edge, Fallout, Super Metroid. So if you are interested in any of those, come watch me. It'll be every Sunday. The new game will start on a Sunday. So tomorrow I'll start with Jade Empire, all the way up to Saturday night. Then Sunday, Mirror's Edge, boom, boom, boom. I'll post up the reviews at the end of the month, of course. So I think that's everything I wanted to say. I feel like there was something else. I haven't been making, like, I usually make lists on what I want to talk about on these videos. Haven't been doing that recently, but I gotta get going anyway. So to everybody back in Korea and all around the world, all my friends and family, love you guys, miss you guys. Hopefully I will meet up with you someday, and I will see you later. Sayonara.